wild game in Detroit. Midwest region, Tennessee up by 4. Tobe Awaka. Count it! Tennessee went on an 18-0 run in the second half. Creighton responded with a 20-7 run, and it was bonkers. We're going to show you full highlights coming up. 82-75 is the final, and Tennessee into the Elite Eight for the first time since 2010, just their second Elite Eight appearance in school history. Now one win away from their first Final Four appearance in school history. Dalton Connect, the Northern Colorado transfer, 26 points. Zakai Ziegler, 18 points. Look at Baylor Shireman, 25 points. I mean, he did all he could do. And Tennessee outlasts Creighton 82-75 to advance to play Purdue in the Elite Eight, a rematch from earlier this season. Back here with Tim Doyle. I thought this game was over after the 18-0 run, and then back comes Creighton, and Tennessee's able to absorb it. What impressed you about that? Well,
Tennessee's defense, their intensity was awesome. I mean, Creighton is, arguably one of the top 5 offensive teams in the country. I thought they completely wiped out Trey Alexander. He was struggling throughout this game. Ryan Kalkbrenner with extended periods of time without a touch. He didn't touch the ball. Okay, 7 for 1. Maybe you want to give him the ball a little bit more. But it was really that run that jolted Tennessee, or else this was a fight that kind of went back and forth the entire game. A couple of numbers stood out to me. Tennessee, over the course of 40 minutes, how many turnovers they had? 4 turnovers, outscored Creighton 17-2 from a fast break perspective. Wow. Creighton is known as a team that does not foul. But I thought Tennessee just looked a little too comfortable in their offense. These are 2 heavyweights going head-to-head. Obviously, that was the run. That was the difference in the game. Dalton Connect made some great shots. Ziegler's just all over the floor on both ends, offensively and defensively. I thought the more physical team, and I thought Tennessee was more physical defensively, ended up getting the win.
This is the Prove It region. That's what I called it on Selection Sunday. Look who you got here. Purdue lost to FDU last year. Tennessee, Rick Barnes in the tournament, not great. He's now finally above 500 in his career in the NCAA tournament. This is it. This is the prove it game to get to the Final Four.
These teams matched up,
yes,
didn't they?
In the Maui Invitational, Purdue won.
Yeah, I think that Purdue's going to have their hands full. I mean, Purdue played great today. The way they shot it and shared the ball, no one was going to beat them today. But if they have a subpar game, they're going to lose. Tennessee's really tough. They make shots. They spread the floor, double-digit. They have guys coming off the bench. Santiago Vescovi.
Yep. Didn't play. Yeah, he didn't play.
How do you say it?
Vescovi.
Vescovi. He didn't play. That guy's been around forever.
I know.
I know that his stats have gone down since Connect has been there, but he understands his role. He's great defensively. That was a key cog. He didn't play because he was sick, so more than likely he's going to be back. This is going to be a great one. Now, like, the bracket is starting to shape out that you're like, holy cow, this could be like an unbelievable, from a brand perspective, Final Four with Edie or UConn or Duke. But you got to go out there and play the game.
I'm excited. And it'll be Tennessee and Purdue, the first game on Sunday afternoon. They played against each other earlier this season. It was Purdue coming out on top. Elite 8 appearances in Tennessee history. This is just the second in school history. They lost to Michigan State in 2010 by 1, and now they're seeking their first Final Four in school history, but got to get through Zach Edey and the Purdue Boilermakers on Sunday. Coming up, we'll head to the Motor City, where Tennessee survive and advance. Next on CBS Sports HQ. Tennessee advances to the Elite Eight for just the second time in school history, and they now face Purdue. Get right to the site. Welcome to CBS Sports college basketball writer David Cobb, who joins us from Detroit inside Little Caesars Arena. And it was quite a bonkers game there that you witnessed. What was that like watching that game courtside?
Yeah, it was a thriller. Tennessee's run was pretty electric, and then Creighton just started chipping away little by little, cutting that lead all the way down to 3 points. I think what happened in the end is Creighton kind of ran out of gas. That's not a particularly deep team. And they had to work really hard just to get a 16-point deficit down to 3. And then there in the end, Dalton Connect hit a couple of really, really big three-pointers to stop Creighton's run. And that was sort of an all-American type of performance from a guy who's been one of the best in the sport all season.
David, you watched Purdue take down Gonzaga. You watched Tennessee outlast Creighton. Who's going to win this Elite Eight game and go to the Final Four? Purdue, Tennessee, what do you like here?
Well, I think you flash back again to November. These teams have played. Purdue got the best of Tennessee in Hawaii, 71-67. I will say, though, Fletcher Lawyer had a monster game that day. Does Purdue get another secondary type of performance like that? If not, Tennessee's got a shot because of what we saw with that run in the second half today. They're more offensively dynamic than they have been in years past, and we could be in for a really, really good game because, look, it's the top 2 seeds in the Midwest region. It should be a good game.
1-2 in the Midwest, the prove-it region. That's what I've been calling all along. Tennessee looking to prove something. Purdue looking to prove something. It all goes down Sunday afternoon in Detroit. David Cobb here on CBS Sports HQ. David, thanks. Here it is. They met earlier this season in the Maui Invitational. Purdue won that game. 3 of the 4 Elite Eight games are rematches. UConn and Illinois did not play against each other this season. Alabama and Clemson did. Clemson won that game. Duke and NC State, of course, they played a couple of times. They most recently matched up in the ACC tournament. NC State knocked out Duke on their way to the tournament title, and now they're meeting for the first time in the NCAA tournament, Duke and NC State. How about that? So 3 of the 4 Elite Eight matchups are rematches from earlier this season. Tennessee and Purdue going down for a spot in the Final Four on Sunday. Coming up, how Duke got it done against Houston in Dallas. Who stepped up in the clutch moments? Next on CBS Sports HQ.